I think I get more mad because of the other games. So it's even harder to understand some things, you know?
Who saw that coming? Not me, that's for sure. Sitting here after the final whistle, one thought keeps running through my head. Manchester United were robbed. Plain and simple. This wasn't a fair result. United deserved all 3 points at Anfield, no question about it. And look, I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty fine. You want to call that handball, go ahead. But what about the other one? The exact same scenario, and suddenly it's not even worth a second look. We've seen it time and time again. United players take a shot, the ball hits an arm in the box, and we're told it's not unnatural, or the defender couldn't react in time. Cool. Fine. But now, explain to me how Van Dijk's arm flailing in what looks like the most unnatural position possible doesn't even get checked? That's where VAR is failing us. It's not just about making the right decisions, it's about consistency. VAR isn't just reviewing incidents, it's deciding what it wants to review. And that's the problem. How can two identical incidents happen 5 minutes apart and get completely different outcomes? If one's a penalty, then the other has to be as well. Otherwise, what are we even doing? Maybe it's time to introduce a challenge system like in other sports. Give managers 1 or 2 chances to flag something for review. If it's frivolous, fine. You lose your challenge. But at least it puts some power back in the hands of the teams and ensures blatant mistakes don't go unnoticed. This isn't about sour grapes. It's about fairness. Manchester United worked hard for that result and should have left Anfield with a win. Instead, we're left asking how the same rules don't seem to apply equally. What do you think? Was VAR the villain here? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's have this conversation. Meanwhile, Ruben Amorim couldn't hide his frustration, even after Manchester United's courageous 2-2 draw against Premier League leaders Liverpool at Anfield. While the result was something to be proud of, especially against one of the league's best teams, Amorim was left angry, not just because of recent performances, but also due to the baffling decisions made by VAR during the game. This was a match where United showed heart, passion, and fight. But once again, these VAR controversies marred what could have been a statement result. Not to mince words, it's really frustrating, with all the inconsistencies in officiating that has plagued not just this game but many others. Decisions like these cost us. 1 minute it's a penalty, the next it's not. How can we build momentum when calls like this go against us? The game itself was a thrilling contest. Diogo Dalot's exceptional work on the flanks stood out, while Harry Maguire came agonizingly close to securing all 3 points in the dying moments. Yet it looks like the headlines were dominated by VAR's controversial calls or lack thereof. There's the need for clarity and consistency. United cannot afford to be fighting not only our opponents, but also questionable refereeing decisions. All United fans should be outraged, especially when a clear handball by Virgil van Dijk in Liverpool's box wasn't even reviewed. Meanwhile, a softer call went against United at the other end, gifting Liverpool a penalty. What's the fairness of it all? If one is a penalty, the other has to be as well. The same incidents 5 minutes apart getting completely different decisions, it just doesn't make sense. Despite the frustration, Amorim urged his team to channel their anger into upcoming games. What we saw today, the passion, the fight, the refusal to give up, this has to be the standard, he said. Amorim's message to his players and the fans was clear. Manchester United must rise above the controversies, keep fighting, and focus on turning good performances into results.
Yes, because the expectations were so much different than what we saw during the game. But I think I get more mad because of the other games. So it's even harder to understand some things, you know. Yeah, because this is not about the system. It's not about the technique. It's about something else, and it's hard to understand even for the coach. It was a point. I think they deserve the point, but it's just 1 point, and I think we should get mad and disappointed more than the other day against Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham. More than that days, today we need to be really disappointed.
Have you just said that to your players?
No, because I have to calm down and to say the right things. We are in a difficult moment, but it's hard to don't get really mad.
So there was a moment, it was around about half an hour into the game, where Maguire crashed into a tackle, De Ligt crashed into a tackle. Is it things like that that have been missing that are different today?
Yeah, in the way we recover position. So if we play against Liverpool every day, we will do that. So we have to do it against any opponent, and to understand that we need to fight really bad to get out of this situation. And then the way we play in certain moments of the game, we already proven in the other games that we can do it. But the way we were really competitive, that is the crucial thing going forward.
I don't know if you know the phrase, the penny has dropped. Was today the day the penny dropped, as in the players finally understood what you demand of them?
It's not just the players, all the club, all the staff, everybody. I think it's really clear for me. In 2 months, not even 2 months, it was so clear. I'm saying that for so long. So I think is enough, you know. And again, I'm happy for the performance, not happy for the result, but I'm really mad because of the other games.
It felt like we saw the work on the training pitch out there today, especially maybe the early part of the match, the possession you had, the control you had. Is that the result of a few hard days' work at Carrington?
I don't want to say that it was the training that I had. Training and we performed well. I will say it again. Is the way we face the game. Is the way we are competitive. Not just the training. Of course, we are going to improve with training, but I don't want to use that. Is the way we face the game, and that you don't need training.
Okay, so what happened today that must happen against Arsenal, that must happen again against Southampton?
You can ask any fan. You can ask any person inside this speech. They will say the same thing. The way we will fight, the way we will face the opponent, the way we will believe, the way we go for the second ball, second phases. Sometimes goal kick. We kick the ball for the other side of the half of the opponent to fight for the ball. It's so clear that anybody can answer that question.
With upcoming matches on the horizon, the team will need to maintain this level of intensity while hoping for a little fairness from the officials. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Manchester United analysis, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown of the big moments. Let's hold VAR accountable together.